All right. Well, I hope those of you that are here are sitting down because we actually hit the button at 5:30 on a Wednesday. It's like I think it's the first time in I don't know weeks that we've actually like been actually on time when we said we were going to
We're
normally
getting
and all
better
that.
and better with
You
this.
know, we're at episode 76. I feel like we're getting a hang of it.
Yeah.
You know, we're
We're even
starting
on
to
TikTok live too.
we're on TikTok live to anybody who's on the TikTokies. And we've got
Gads
the
joined.
setup going on here so that you can actually hear both sides of the conversation. We were going to do Instagram this today as well, but I realized that my
Oh,
second
I
Instagram, we will get there though. Maybe next week.
Yeah, well,
Maybe next week we'll try and do that. But I don't know what we'll forget then if we do Instagram next week and we add a thing. Like, what's the thing we're gonna
Pony Girl
forget?
still says we were 1 minute late.
You know what? Pony Girl.
I know we're just the hosting platform for Pony Girl and Chuck to talk amongst
Wow.
themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Just we can always count on our um on our chat room to troll us. That is
We have
what's happening.
Regional Sky Girl.
Regional Sky Girl.
Greetings from a random airport waiting to board a flight to a random city.
Wow.
Oh, and Sarah is here
That
live.
is
We have Amy Fresh.
oh my goodness. We got somebody else who got is that Savitar? I don't know how to hold on, I have to pull it up. I thought I was going to be clever with the way that I was handling the chat, but I can't necessarily read everything.
Good to
on
see
this
Regional Sky
Oh.
Girl, that's for sure. And
Yeah, exactly. Regional Sky Girl.
Sarah caught a live one. Welcome to the live
Sarah's
one.
yeah.
Does have to watch the rerun.
Sarah, Amy is here. Yeah. Hello. So we've got all of the. Okay, wait. So then Pony Girl responded with something. Hey, now that was a positive red face heart shape. I think she was doing an emoji there, and it just didn't come through.
We pressed the start button right on cue, but then we have the cool jam music and stuff.
Exactly. Yes.
Can't hold that against us.
And here's the other thing. Okay, quick question, quick poll for everybody. So I originally had it at a 30-second countdown because I was like, okay, we want people to know like what's going on and know that it's coming. It feels to me like where we normally are, like 30 seconds is too long of the countdown portion, and then we have the jam, the intro jam. Should we shorten?
Maybe you could try a 20, or we could try a 10. It's
All right, I can arrange for that. I can put that on my to-do list to do a little bit.
Let's talk to our staff, and we'll
get the creative.
We'll have them do the creative team.
So anyway, hey, welcome to Prep Talk Live, episode 76. We forgot our intro. I'm Casey with Cascadia Dispatch. Joining me as always, or most of the time, or usual, is Tup the Urban Prepper. Tup, what is going on? How are you?
Doing good. Sometimes I get a pinch hitter like Sutton's Days to come fill in for me, but it's all in all, things are going pretty well. I'm slowly getting back into the flow of regular content and stuff. So I'm trying to do weeklies, and in addition to we chat weekly as well, and try to do some stories and stuff, and do some prepping projects. I'm pissing off the I'm pissing off the family on some various projects.
Mom, instead of just pissing off mom, you're pissed off everybody now.
Yeah, well, mom's pissed right now because I was testing out an alcohol stove recently, and I was using some Everclear in it.
I thought you were going to say you were testing out alcohols.
Yeah, well, I was that too. I was testing out alcohol, but in the meantime, I was also testing out some of this alcohol stove with Everclear in it, and I'm like, I wanted to test it out inside because it's a grain alcohol, so it's not like
so it's not going to
natured alcohol, so it's not it shouldn't be like chemicals and fumes. But my wife's very sensitive to any kind of burning, I guess, and so it was kind of a touchy subject at the time. But
maybe if you drank a little bit of that alcohol,
I still have some. I still have some in there because I'm trying to make some improvements to a few of like the get home bags and car kits and stuff, and I'm trying to figure out, do I want to go with an alcohol stove that's cheap, or do I want to go with just a camping pocket rocket style stove. Like, and so
No, but this is
these
a
are
get
prepper problems. Prepper problems.
prepper problems,
Yeah.
prepper problems. But this is a get home thing. So you're gonna have to store the alcohol somewhere.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be storing it in the like where the emergency tire is, the spare tire in the back.
Okay.
I figured I'd rather have alcohol spill in there than have like heat or one of the other kind of liquid fuels. But then I'm
Um,
also like, well, do I want to even bother with this, or do I want to just go with like a camping style, get a fuel canister and call it good? So
I guess it depends on like. I mean, if you're doing a camping, you mean like the camping ones that you would just like screw onto the
yeah,
top of the
yeah,
single, as
yes.
opposed to like okay. I was like,
And I'm trying to go budget for all this because but we do live in the Seattle, Portland area. I'm just going to
yep,
assume it's going to get stolen. So I
of
don't
course.
I don't want some expensive $90 like jet boil or something. And someone's going to steal it, and then I'm going to be upset about it. But I don't care if they steal a penny can stove. Or, well, I'd care, but it's not the end of the
Yeah,
world type thing.
yeah. No, okay. So now I get it. I was like, wait a minute, you're gonna put like a Coleman, like a three burner,
Yeah,
like
no, no,
that's a
no, no.
lot to.
Yeah, no.
That's not
Either
the same
yeah. So
thing.
I have a couple different. I'm doing some testing. I'm in the testing phase, but it was for preppers out there. Be Try to get spousal approval before you light fires in your kitchen with
I mean,
Everclear.
if you want to continue to live in your house, I feel like that's always a good plan.
Yeah, I for some reason I just feel weird having like a fuel canister in the car. Like I don't know. It just feels I'd rather have Everclear. And also it's kind of like a dual purpose because like if I show up to some place and they don't have any booze or anything like that, I could little drop of Everclear that get the party started.
Well,
So
there you go. There you go. And you know what? Hey, if it really is the end of the world and it's going that
yeah,
badly,
I'm gonna
I
go out.
mean,
Yeah, we're gonna go out and
yeah,
like
we
that.
might as well just not be aware of what's happening.
Yeah, it's kind of. I mean, you really don't need that whole bunch of that in some fruit juice to make a party. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like Jesus turning the water into wine. I could go put the Everclear in juice, and all right, let's get the party going for the apocalypse.
Wow, that is for anyone who's just curious. Tup just compared himself to Jesus,
Well,
so that's where we're at in this whole thing. I mean, a lot of us
Jesus got the party started with some party
have
tricks like that. So
yeah. I mean, we've all felt like you were pretty amazing at prepping and
yeah,
everything.
no,
I don't know
no,
that I would go that far, but
yeah,
hey,
I'm just a disciple.
yeah.
I'm not a
No,
You're a
ladies and
disciple
gentlemen,
too.
we don't talk about politics or religion
Yeah, we
unless
don't
one of us is comparing
make
ourselves
analogies.
to one of those things. It's fantastic.
Yeah, but it's been a pretty productive week. I've done some testing. I've worked on some PDFs. I'm like 2 weeks ahead on
Oh
videos. So
my,
videos that come out next week have already been filmed, and so like I'm creating that buffer. And I still don't have a team of people to help me though. So
yeah, no, but you're making me
I'm
feel
trying to do my
every
part.
week when you put out a video, I feel worse about myself. So
Well, no,
that's a
I know
fantastic
you're
idea.
going to be coming out with all these
Yeah,
T-shirts and stuff. It's going to
but
hit
yeah,
big.
exactly. We're gonna have an amazing merch shop for people that don't have anything to watch. That's what we'll have. We'll do that with it.
Yeah.
Um, I put out a couple of the little TikTok, the little AI TikTok things, and
Yeah, I got a subscription of it for. I figured I could try it out for a year, and like
yeah,
1 out of 10, I think is like I think it's pretty good. And it doesn't
yeah,
take me any time, so that's the best part.
yeah. Okay, and Monterey Pepper and Tup saith unto
Hold my
Case
penny
Holman.
still. I'm gonna try something. What saith unto Casey?
So what
Well,
we're gonna have to
if you're at some dry prepper party that all they had was like the orange drink for MREs, wouldn't you want to have someone there with a little thing of Everclear just to, "Whoop, all right, let's go, guys. Let's turn that orange drink of the MRE into party
yeah,
time." You
we're
want
gonna we're gonna make a new shirt and it's gonna be Tup 316.
or what would Tup do?
We'll make little bracelets. It'll be like it'll be
Yeah,
WWTUPD.
that's funny. It's funny because my yeah, and I finally figured out it's already filmed and done the video. I figured out the cable drawer solution and I'm excited about it. So
Okay, all
yeah.
right.
I had problem. These are proper problems again.
There are prepper problems for sure.
Yeah.
That is 100% a thing. Um, I had a thing I was going to ask you about, and I don't remember what it was. Oh yeah, okay. So now that you're just killing it on the videos
Well,
now,
not killing it. I mean, it takes me 30 videos for one, like of the big
Look,
channel videos, but
you're making it happen.
I'm
Okay,
trying.
so
I'm trying.
so one of the things that the topic for today, but occasionally we have a topic actually.
Yeah.
So you and I kind of started this little idea because we were both overwhelmed with work and life and everything else, and we did not have time to make videos and everything else. And we're like, okay, let's try to find a way to continue to make content and get that, keep that going. And I feel like there are times in life, and for example, right now I'm going through one where work is just nuts and trying to, all of the prepper projects that I have that I want to work on, like they just are, they are on the to-do list, and I'm just not finding, I don't have the big spans of time to work on something major or whatever. But there's always stuff to do.
Yeah.
And so I feel like there are probably some tips and tricks that we've come up with over the last couple of years of ways to continue to be moving forward in your prepping journey, even when you are totally just slammed with life and don't really have time to work on it. We can kind of ping pong them back and forth. But what would you say is one of the things that you do
Well,
to?
I still use the Scrum board. The Scrum board helps me stay,
Mm-hmm.
and I just have less like if we're talking total nerd stuff, like
Yeah.
stories is what we call them, or tasks, or epics.
Mm-hmm.
Let's call them epic. Sounds more prepping, I think. Anyway, so I have just less up there, and it's more manageable because otherwise, when I have a huge Scrum board with all these things, it's like daunting, and then I don't want to do any of them. I'd rather just so. What I have to do is if I know that I have that overall project that's live on the Kanban or the Scrum board, I'm actively working on that one, and just uh, and kind of chipping away at it, kind of like how eating an elephant one bite at a time.
Yeah.
I find that I have to do stuff in phases and multiple like, oh, I'm gonna go to the bathroom or get some coffee. Oh, let me do this really quick, and that's not just for videos but also for prepping stuff. So. Uh, I've also found that you have to.
You're very productive when it comes to the bathroom.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
just
You
a
want to.
focus point for you in life.
Yeah, number two is
Mhm.
you do two is one is none type thing for the bathroom. uh, sorry, that was pretty good. Uh, yeah. So and also I think a notepad also helps me out. Like I either a notepad on the computer or also a physical notepad. And just having that checklist, I think, helps me build up some of the momentum, but also kind of chips away at stuff so you don't lose focus on it. And I think maybe just trying to do one thing a week is probably pretty good. Like you don't have to do a thing every day, like a weekly type thing. Eventually, 52 weeks in a year type thing. That's a lot of prepping project stuff that you could be doing. So
Yeah, that
yeah,
is a lot.
sustainable prepping here, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Whoa, whoa.
Frankie made it, and she loves herself a Kanban
Okay,
board.
okay.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, wait, she's getting the Sutton's Days treatment here.
Well,
She just, yeah, exactly. There we go. All right. That's,
yeah, she's cranking out the vids. I see too on
she
the
is.
Instagram, and
She puts up more content on Instagram. Like, I thought Mother Prepper put out a lot of content on
Mother Prepper's
Instagram.
killing it. Yeah,
And here comes Brecky just being
yeah,
like, hold my Everclear bottle.
yeah.
Here we go. So yeah, so I hope to one day put out like a tenth of the amount of, it's not even a tenth because I think she puts out like 10 stories a day or like she's
Yeah,
putting
the
out stuff all
stories
the
are
time.
nuts. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
uh, it's cool that Instagram has this. Like 10 years ago, we didn't have any of these type of things. But
Yeah, back in our day where you had
yeah,
to,
back in the day, I used to.
use Morse code and Western Union to send prepping, tips to
Yeah,
people.
I
Um,
just wrote Mother Prepper. Was that yesterday or I'm like just hey, you're doing awesome work
yeah.
because she's just cranking them out, and so is sustainable prepping is just
Hmm.
knocking them out. Although I did I was a little I noticed that the sustainable prepping she has all the nice lighting and fancy hair and wardrobe stuff for these full videos, and then yeah, Sutton's Days comes with the bandana with the gang bandana and stuff with us. So she I think the
Okay,
Sutton's Days is in a gang, and
let's talk about the hole that you're digging right now
yeah,
from a
I'll keep
preparedness
going.
perspective.
I've
Would
already
you?
talked about number two is one
Yeah,
is done for the
exactly.
bathroom, and
Do you need do you go with the escape expandable telescoping
Yes.
ladder to get
Yeah.
yourself out?
Yeah.
Are you gonna like dig a side tunnel to get your way out of this?
Yeah.
What's your method?
Yeah. I just think it's I see. I always try to keep a consistent look for all the stuff, so I wear the same shirt, and then
Hmm.
it's business on top, party on bottom. But
Party on the bottom, you say. So
wait,
now everyone in the chat room's going like, "What's happening on the bottoms?" I don't know that we need to know that.
yeah,
This is
yeah,
a
yeah,
this is a this is a family friendly show. Yeah.
yeah. Someone said they're scared of TikToks. TikToks is the algorithm on TikTok is not. I think it's pretty good for
Yeah.
especially like the smaller channel type stuff.
Yeah. TikTok is an interesting, like, I feel like there are a lot of people that are afraid of TikTok because of what they have heard on TV about TikTok.
Well,
And
I'm still afraid of. I mean, I have a TikTok phone that's not on my normal phone, so I'm definitely scared
I,
of it. And
yeah, I feel like if the people who would take like, what would they do with the information that of like, I don't.
they're going to come out with the bot
They're
versions
gonna
of
come to my
Talk Live.
house and be like, "Here is the TikTok shop item that you were looking at that we want you to." I don't know what I do.
My TikTok phone is at 15%. It just let me know. So if I
Okay.
go, I wonder if I have a cable here. I have all sorts of cables. Let me see.
Well, I think we're only going to be on for another 10 to 15
It'll
minutes.
make it. It'll make it. It'll
Yeah,
make
yeah. We both have a hard stop tonight for different reasons, but like, yeah. So we'll make that happen. So one thing that I found that is kind of helpful in this whole thing is the time blocking thing. Have you tried time blocking?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, that's why you have millions of subscribers and I have 12. So yeah, so the time blocking is like I am a big fan of having the notepad. I have one next to my bed. When I was like in college and stuff, I used to have like a light up pen so that at night, like if I had an idea, like I could get it out on paper and then I didn't have to think about it and I could sleep. Um, so I've always enjoyed having the pad by the bed. I've kind of changed that now into either OneNote or Microsoft To Dos or some sort of a program that I can sync between my laptops, my desktop, my phone. So wherever I am, I can always be adding. And we can also have like family lists and things so that if my wife comes up with something and she can put it on the list and I can see it, that sort of thing. So from an efficiency standpoint, I really like that. But time blocking is my new thing where I take a couple of things from my list every week and put them as blocks on my calendar.
Hmm.
So I have kind of like a mental idea of when I'm going to do it. I have space set aside. So, if I get a meeting at work, I might move things or whatever. Who's waving?
Oh, I
Who's
waved at Regional Sky Girl is boarding
Oh, okay. Well, you have
American Airlines. Sorry.
yeah, have a safe flight.
Yeah, safe travel, safe travel.
Safe travels. Thanks for joining us.
Okay,
We'll
sorry.
see you at your destination.
So you put it in your phone, time block. That's pretty
Yes.
organized. That's
Yeah, and what I like is, so I was trying this app called Motion, which is super annoying to me now, and I would love my money back from Motion. They had a fantastic app that what was great is I have multiple calendars, multiple clients that I'm working on, and I have calendars for each of them. And Motion used to have a service where they would go and sync all of your calendars with themselves. So if I have a meeting with one client, it would actually block the calendar on the other one so that people weren't scheduling meetings and getting confused. Um, they got rid of that feature and it super annoyed me. The feature that they still have that I enjoy is you can put your to-dos into their task list and then they will like use AI to basically slot those tasks into your calendar based on your deadline and how long you think it's going to take and what the priority is. And then when you do it, it'll take it off the calendar. Or if you get to that point and you haven't done it yet, it'll find the next available and it continues to kind of move your calendar around, which I really, really like that feature. I wish they would not have
you do
gotten
that
rid
for
of my motion.
prepping, or that's
So yeah,
I
so
could see that
there's
for work, but I don't have like blocks of time for prepping. Like
yeah, so I don't. So it's not like every prepper project, but I'll take like two or three or four things.
prepper projects should be equally.
Yeah, and I'll put it, and it like the prepper projects might be like, hey, we need to get the car to oil change, or hey, we need to call this person to order medical stuff or whatever it is. But also things like grocery shopping. Like, okay, we need grocery shopping on, it's going to be Thursday or Friday this week. Okay, let's put a 2 hour block in to go to Costco and the different stores or whatever. Um, so yeah, I really like that idea, and it helps me get my ideas out of my head, which is always a problem for us. I think when we have tons of thoughts and projects and things, and it's almost like you can't the analysis by paralysis. You can't figure out what it is that you want to start, so you don't start anything. So it helps me kind of organize that sort of thing.
I think that's awesome.
Um,
That's more organized than I would never even would have thought of like doing that for like I could see for work totally, but I don't know, for the prepping time is always very. I have to find those pockets of time, and I can't like uh,
yeah.
you can't really block out stuff. But
Well, I think it's also it becomes a habit, like with family stuff too, where it's like, oh, we need to take the pop cans back to the store or whatever. Okay, well, I know it's going to be a 20-minute project for us to go and do that, and I need to get it out of the garage. So I'll put it on the thing as a potential project, and then it'll find a time for that, and then I don't have to remember. Oh wait, I need to go do this. It's in the calendar and it does it. So
I think that's
um,
awesome.
so yeah, it has been super helpful.
I
I
saw
like it
someone
very
said
much.
that they use various Amazon lists to organize future. Yeah, I have all sorts of Amazon lists for sure. So
Yeah, we just started using the Amazon shopping list. We're testing that out for
okay,
the first time. We have one of those Echo shows in our kitchen, and we were talking about grocery shopping and how we never actually have a good grocery shopping list. And we were like, oh, well, maybe like it's voice activated and the refrigerator's right here. Like we could just put that on there and see what happens. Have you used the Amazon list for your grocery shopping?
not for sorry, not for grocery shopping.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, yeah. Again, I kind of ad hoc fly by the seat of my pants for grocery shopping. So, uh, but yeah, no, I haven't used it for that. I was thinking of
Mhm.
like you're talking about for the time boxing. It kind of serves as like reminders, and it's AI
Mhm.
movable reminders. And
Yep.
it reminded me that I need to contact this dude on. How do you say it? Fiverr.
Yep. Fiverr.
I had an idea for something. I don't know if that's a good idea. I don't even know if I should. Do I say it now or so? It's freaking.
Well, I don't know. Well, here's the question: is it a thing? Like, is it going to be a thing you're going to make and
Well, what I was looking for,
sell?
yeah, I was gonna make it, but I was. It's gonna be open source too. But one of the problems that I
Yep.
have is that here, well, here, it started with this. So I was making a lunchbox for the car
Uh
to
huh.
have snacks in it
Yeah.
because the system I had previously was okay, but now I've improved it. But I want to be able to know like when I need to replace the items in there. So I was looking for like some kind of alarm clock that would go off once a year type thing.
Yeah.
Uh, and they don't really sell those. I can't find them on Amazon. And so I'm like, well,
An
I don't know.
alarm clock that goes up.
Or
Couldn't
like
you
just
just set
like
an alarm on your phone, like a
yeah,
like an
I don't want
Outlook reminder or something?
yeah, I could, but I find that I ignore those. I'd rather have something beeping at me in the car, and then to annoy me is what I wanted. And so I wanted to do this. Have a little, oh, geez, what's it called? The FCB, the control board that you program. And I wanted
Mm-hmm.
to. I was trying to get a programmer to create one because I don't have the time to do it. That just has a that you could set like an annual reminder that beeps at you after 1 year. And so I was because I wanted to have these little because you can make them pretty small, like very thin,
Yeah.
small, and you could have these in your one in your bug out bag or one in some kit and maybe twice a year you want to change it out and you don't want to deal with a reminder in your phone. But
Yeah.
and so I thought I'd have a little thing like that, and it has a little a beeping. It's a pretty simple chip that you could have that you could design, and they have people on Fiverr that do that. But I was looking into that idea, and I had someone, and then he ghosted me. So now I have to find someone
Oh,
else, I guess. So
well, that's
anyway, I don't even know
interesting.
if it's a good idea, but it's just something I needed. So
Yeah. Well, I think some of it too is just knowing yourself well enough to know what is the mechanism to help you stay on track. Is it time boxing? Is it a physical alarm
yeah, I
thing?
ignore
Is it
calendar
like what?
stuff. Yeah, I have to have like something like daylight savings or the first of the year is usually I can remember to have some certain prepping projects for those.
Yeah. Yeah, calendar alert would be great in sustainable
Mhm.
prepping, except for the fact that apparently he doesn't care.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Apparently
because
he
like
needs.
I get all sorts of alerts on my phone, and I don't. I'm actually pretty bad at checking my phone and my messages and stuff. If
Yeah, he needs somebody to actually come to his house and knock on his door and be like, maybe that's a service.
maybe
Maybe that's a thing. It's like it would be like
sounds like a
DoorDash, but it
long
would be
way
like,
around avoiding a calendar reminder.
yeah,
I don't. I
it's
thought it'd be kind of cool. Like I was, man, I want to show you, but it's behind this curtain I have back there. I was going to show you like like what I was envisioning it being. How will you hear the reminder if it's not with you constantly? Where would you put it? Like I would think, like in the car, for example, I want to be able to. I want a reminder to change out some of the snacks that might not be good during the hot weather of the summer, and like, and then have another. And I just wanted to beep. Is what I wanted. So
um, yeah. No, that's kind of so.
is that
I
too
will say
much? Is that I'm going too far with this?
I don't know because
Um,
so I know like I had a difficult time getting up in the morning. I am not a morning person. I have never been a morning person, and I am having to force myself to become a morning person because I tend to work with clients on the East Coast, and they want to meet at 6 o'clock in the morning or something. I have now a daily check-in meeting for the next couple of weeks. It's at four
yeah.
thirty in the morning, my time, which is just insane. But we do it because that's what we do. And so I started setting my phone alarm, and it became really easy to hit snooze. And they make an alarm on wheels that has wheels, and it actually roll away from the bed.
Wow.
Or I've seen people who actually put their phone like across the room, so you physically have to get up to go
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm gonna get my prototype once.
Okay, go
Here
get
we
your
go.
prototype. In the meantime, I just knocked all the TikTok people off.
Yeah, let me say.
There, there's a whole thing. Sorry about that, TikTok folks. Um, Yeah, I wonder what else is behind the curtain. This is a very Wizard of Oz like.
There's oh,
Is there a Tin Man back there? Is there a
there's
lion?
preps back there.
There's Press back there. Is your gold coin back there?
There we go. There we go.
Oh,
So, so something like this. Yeah, and I saw the Raspberry Pi comment. Like a little thing like that could go in like a bug out bag, or for me, it's kind of like, do you have a calendar reminder for your smoke detector, or it just beeps at you when it's ready to have the change? I was
yeah,
kind of thinking along those lines, and so I thought something if I had something like this in a bag to remind me to change out the preps once a year or every 6 months or something, it would be annoying, and then I would remember to do it. If it's the calendar thing, I'm just going to press snooze or whatever, forget about it.
yeah. So what I will say is, I know a guy.
Yes,
I heard there's a guy who made.
PCB is what I said. FCB, PCB. Sorry,
Yeah, okay. Who made a
programmable
calendar
computer. Yeah.
specifically for prepping with timed out weekly events
Hmm.
and reminders for all of these sorts of things. And he made it free and available to people. People used it, downloaded it. He didn't always use it himself, but I've heard that sort of a thing it was out there. I don't think he has yet updated it for 2024 yet. So if anybody would like that for 2024, we can probably make that happen. But
Yeah. Did I ever tell you about this thing? This little trick on why I have this for?
yeah, your calendar reminders mean nothing to me. Let's go back to the chip thing. Yeah, okay. So tell me about.
Did I ever?
Oh, that was
Well, you said I know a guy with a calendar, and I'm like, well, where's the link? I got to check.
yeah. It's the Prep Alerts calendar. It's in the show notes. It's everywhere. But I didn't. So I
It
don't
is.
think I actually updated it for 2023. So I need to update it for
Oh,
2024.
so it just I went above. I thought we were talking about tech prepper or jeez.
No, it was me. I
Yeah,
made
it
it.
was you.
Oh my god. Yeah, yeah. This is holy.
I'm just
Yeah,
biffing
but
it.
no.
This
Let's
whole
hold on. Let's
episode, I'm
look at
just
your. Let's look at
stepping
your
in
chip.
everything.
Yeah, let's look at your chip now. That's
Oh my
how's your chip
gosh.
doing?
No, the chip could wait till next week.
Yeah, Pony Girl. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt the star. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. I was interrupting.
Oh man, this is a disaster one. This is I'm out of. Oh man,
It's what? It's very on par for us. Okay, so
Crit
let's talk
City
about your
prepping.
chip.
What's going on? Sounds
Wait,
like something Chris would do.
city
What
prepping's
what are we
here. What's
talking about? How
happening?
many phones does Tup have? I'm reading all the comments come in. Tup is losing it. Case, yeah, it's sorry. It's been a long day, but
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, and we're almost done. We have like another minute.
I've just been bumbling this whole
We'll
episode.
end on the chip. Okay, so
No,
what
no,
is
no,
your chip thing?
the chip away, the chip away. Yeah, well, city prepping I know is coming. He's been working on some stuff. Wait, I don't know if he's announced it yet, so maybe I shouldn't say anything. Prepping
Secret
calendar.
prepping. Yeah,
He's
well, you
just,
have inside people. You have,
yeah, we chat.
yeah, yeah. You know
Uh,
what's going on.
Tup is losing it. Tell Tup a story. Let Tup. No, I'm not going to say that. I can't say the story now. I feel like I feel like I've been. This has been not my best episode.
No, this is
The
fantastic.
only thing good is that the lights looks pretty good, and my shirt looks freshly pressed.
Yeah, you look very fancy, by the way.
I'm
You
just
look
stepping on
you look
everything else.
very,
Have you
very
heard,
fancy.
have you heard about Tup's PCP?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So Jack, here's what I'll tell you. Prepping calendar would
Prepping
be
calendar would be
would
gold.
be
That
gold.
hasn't been updated.
And here's the deal. It is gold. It was gold. Many people thought it was gold. Um, Tup, apparently, if you are a person who doesn't believe in calendars, and it's not for you.
I,
Um,
I'm not a.
but
Yeah, sorry.
go to this in the show comments or the show description. There is a link to the Prep Alerts calendar. Go click on that, and it's a Google calendar that's shared, and it'll let you actually it'll pull in the second calendar, so it doesn't block time on your calendar or anything like that. And it's got weekly prep projects that happen on Fridays, so you can work on them over the weekend, and they're timed out. So like checking your fire extinguishers happens on 6-month intervals, and changing your bug out bag is seasonal, and some of that sort of stuff. And everything kind of ties in with like there's finance stuff during finance month by FEMA and some of that sort of stuff. Anyway, go do that. You will not see anything for 2023 because I didn't end up updating it for 2023 because 2022 ended up being a crazy end of the year and I just didn't do it. But I will update it for 2024. So go and subscribe to the calendar, and then we can update it and stuff. And then when the new updates come through, you will see them. Also, beware for the Indiegogo or GoFundMe or whatever Patreon. I don't know that Tup's gonna have for his alarm chip thing. That's how we're gonna fund it.
Oh man, I have to
That's
totally redo. I need to
that's
make up stuff
fantastic.
because
No, this is great.
again, I'm not a. My wife puts stuff on my calendar all the time, and then if I ignore it, then I get in trouble for it. So it's kind of.
I forgot I got the calendar. I need an accountability buddy. Yes. Okay. Naughty by nature. First off, love your name.
That is an
That's
awesome name, by the way.
fantastic.
Naughty by nature.
Yes.
Wow.
There's so many pieces to that in the spelling and everything. That took some thought. That's one of those things that was discussed with many people, and then an idea came. But yeah, so yeah, so maybe we'll have a little accountability. I was thinking originally there was this guy, and he had a Discord server. I
Yeah.
don't know if you remember this. He had a Discord server, and we would do weekly challenges. I would do weekly challenges on his Discord server because I was trying to be helpful and everything like that with my calendar. Apparently, it didn't beep enough, and the guy just left his server to other people, and now
I've totally.
he's manufacturing.
Yeah, I think I might be banned from my own Discord server.
All right, so what we'll do is, I like the accountability buddy idea. We'll think of that. Maybe it's a Facebook group, maybe it's Discord, maybe it's something like that, as well as we'll do the calendar.
So you're going to update it. You're saying for 2024,
Yes.
and we had an off year for 2023 because
Yeah.
of things things happen.
Yeah.
By
Exactly.
that time, Tup had completely forgotten about the project and was
Yeah.
working on PCB designs.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. He was all over the board.
And everyone's like, "What? Just use a calendar," which is what my wife says. uh, yeah, I like it. So again,
So
I'm bad
yeah.
at all that. I'm bad at snooze buttons, and I'm bad at
That's all right.
birthday,
You're great.
birthday reminders.
You're great with PDFs.
Yeah, I can do PDFs.
Yeah.
I need a PDF.
Yeah.
Maybe-
It's kind of like that movie Hutch. Like this is your home.
Yeah.
This is your home. Yeah. The PDFs is home.
Yeah, I need to go see how the Discord things work. I only use Discord now to make AI generated art, prepping art. That's the only thing I use it for. So, and that's not even on the servers. That's like on its own special thing. But
That's fantastic. All right, everybody. Well, we are gonna wrap it up because Tub has to go build some more
oh
chips.
man,
I
I'm
don't know,
sorry,
Santa's
folks, but
workshop. Like, do you get the elves after the holidays to come and make all of your chips for you? Like, what is?
well,
I'd be interested.
I don't, yeah. Uh, yeah, I feel bad on this one, so I
Yes, Tub is
apologize for
PDF king.
wasn't my best stream. I've been talking to other. This is the first like preppers I got to talk to all day today, and everyone else was a bunch of computer nerds and stuff, and I was just a little bit out of it. So
I would
I
argue this is one
apologize
of
to
your
everyone
best
that's been
streams.
offended. And
I would argue this is one of the top 5 ever. Like, this is fantastic.
yeah, this is
Oh, this is great.
Santa is the ultimate. That's probably pretty true. Although
Yeah, well, I
he
mean,
has
if
like
you have a sack, if you have a bug out bag with unlimited capacity and magic, I
That's
mean,
true. Like it's the ultimate Bob, isn't it? Never really thought
yeah.
of it like that. He does have like probably unpaid labor that he's getting from the elves, which I don't know if that's
Well, they
paid.
get cookies
They get
and hot
room and
chocolate.
board probably and stuff, and then
Yeah,
like they only really are working for you know it's kind of a seasonal position, I think too. But
yeah. I think that's reasonable. All right, everyone. Well, Tub's gonna go do piano
okay,
lessons.
I gotta yeah,
I'm
I gotta
gonna
think
go
about
eat dinner.
yeah, I
We'll
gotta replay
regroup.
all the stuff that I should have said better. So,
Yeah, we'll regroup.
we'll
We'll
regroup.
next week, may probably ish the same time. We'll see.
I'm good next week. Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what?
yeah.
Check your prep alerts calendar. We'll notify
We're,
you on there.
I thought 2023 is not ready for me to.
So that's actually was the thing. I was like, oh, if we have this calendar, then when we like have events and streams and stuff, we can put them on the calendar. It will notify people who have subscribed to the calendar. So if people aren't on social media, if they're not getting Facebook notifications or whatever, like they could plan, like we could plan it out that way. But I'm just saying, we'll go with the chips. It'll be
Okay.
good. All right, everybody. We'll see you next week.
I'll do it better. I'll get it right. All right.